Sorry that I'm all sweaty and gross. Literally just spent forever walking all 8 of these cinder blocks back and forth from my front yard. And I have a pretty decent sized yard. So, anyways, you can already tell by the title and thumbnail of the video that we are setting up a mini chameleon enclosure for Bubbles, my baby chameleon. My other chameleon, which is Chief, I don't know if YouTube will flag that or not. Where's he at? I have no idea where he's at. Anyways. This is a 13 by 13 by 60 enclosure, I believe. I got it on Marketplace for 15 bucks. Pretty good deal. There's a couple holes. A little focus. You can see there's a couple holes all throughout, which honestly I should have patched before I put those bricks in there. But yeah, I have it sitting on top of cinder blocks, and then I put these 2 bricks inside from my yard just because I didn't want it blowing over whenever it got really windy, because lately it's been very windy. This is all for Mr. Bubbles, who is in the little bucket for right now, and that's because Bubbles kept roaming my entire lanai. And as much as I love that he's exploring, the rest of the lanai isn't really made for Bubbles. This is the chameleon enclosure that I built for the 2 of them, which I will put that video up here, and then also I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out, because this was a really, really cool build. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to be putting Bubbles in this enclosure until he gets bigger and more comfortable, because I don't want him to hurt himself or end up somewhere he doesn't need to be. He also has a hard time eating in front of me, like Chief Queef. He actually eats out of my hands. Like, he's super comfortable with me, but Bubbles, he's a lot more timid. I don't know if it's a male or female, to be honest, but this way I'll be able to monitor Bubbles a lot better. And so eventually when Bubbles is done growing, done with this enclosure, Bubbles could go back and join the chameleon's wall. The chameleon enclosure. Let me go ahead and show you guys how we're going to patch up all these holes. This hole I'm actually going to leave because I'm going to actually add more tubing to this mister here. As you can see, there's a little end cap. I'm going to take that out, run some tubing along that rope, bring it across the trellis, and then run it back here. That way, all of their water is on the same system. I don't need to get an additional mister that I need to look after. It's all going to come out of here, which this is my 5-gallon bucket, which I actually need to refill. And it's also on a timer, so it goes off twice a day, every 8-9-ish hours. So yeah, let me show you guys how to patch these up. Check out this cute bucket I got from Lowe's. How cute is that? I'm not even a pink girl, but I just had to get it. I'm literally not even a pink girly, but I had to. But anyways, this is what I got from Lowe's, and these are adhesive patches. So a lot of patches don't have adhesive. You got to kind of hook it into the rest of the screen, which I don't want to do. So we're going to take one of these panels and kind of cut them to size and put them on in there. I actually have these patches on my lanai right now, so the sticky side is on the opposite side of this. So I'm going to be putting these on from the inside out. It's a little noticeable, but it's not really a big deal to me. This is only temporary. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut them all to size, and then I'll show you guys when I put them on. Sorry about the lighting here, but I literally just took it, cut it with some scissors. This stuff is super sticky, so when it gets on your hands, it'll stick. Which my hands are pretty dirty from all the work I just did, but this is a pretty big section here. It won't really show on camera, but boom, just like that, it has been repaired. That way the sticky side, see, is on the outside. So this one I'm actually going to cut a strip just like that. I'm going to cut right where my thumb is. Sorry if it's hard to see me, but I'm literally going to cut right there. Boom. Keep these and use them for other holes, you know. I bought 2 packs and I'm probably not even going to need them, but Boom, patched. Pick up the camera once I'm all done. I'll show you guys the final results. I'm not gonna lie, that was a whole workout moving those cinder blocks, but I'm glad. You gotta stay fit. All right, guys, check it out. All patched up. God, it's so hard to see with the camera. I'm so sorry. It doesn't look that noticeable in person, but on camera, I mean, it doesn't bother me much. I left this one open for the water line, but you can see she's all patched up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put the soil in here, and then we're gonna put the plants in. Might have to rearrange these bricks, and then we will put in the substrate, and then we'll put in some driftwood, and yeah, that'll be it for now. Made a little bit of a mess, but check it out. This looks so sick. I haven't even put in the wood. So, separated the bricks, took the plants out of the pots, kind of mushed this one in between the bricks. Again, the purpose for the bricks is so this whole thing doesn't just blow over one day. I put a little bit of soil, about like an inch, not much. These plants honestly won't need much. They're going to thrive. We're going to put the coconut fibers in here. I did my research. Seems like that was one of the better substrates you can use. Also, please do research on your plants before getting any plants for any of your reptiles. Make sure they're not toxic if ingested, especially veiled chameleons. They are omnivores, so they do have a tendency to eat plants. I just wanted to show you guys a little update. Now that my hands are clean, don't have to worry about getting the camera all dirty, but yeah. I don't want too much dirt seeping out of here whenever I do water or whatever the case is, so I didn't want to put too much. Like you can see, it's already coming through, but we have quite the selection of driftwood. Anytime I see driftwood, I grab it for the tanks. In this case, we're going to use one for the chameleon, but I don't want it to be too heavy. Some of these are super light, like this one. Weighs nothing, versus this one. This one's a lot heavier. Let's do this little piece, because this will be hard to sink in a tank anyway. And I'm going to build off of 2 pieces. So I'm going to put one piece like that. Oh, that's sick. Okay. You can tell I find these at my fishing spots, because there's always line wrapped up in them. And then I think I want to do one more piece. This one would be good. I just don't know if it'll fit. It's a bit long. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is sick. Okay, hold up. One more piece. I'll do a small one. Oh, this would match so well with the other one. I don't know what kind of wood that is. Oh, this piece is sick too, guys. I can't choose. Okay, hang on. Let me cook. Let me put the camera down. Alright, check it out. I have one leftover piece of driftwood. Not really sure what to do with it, but check out the sunset. Anyways, I got some pieces back there. I've got this long piece coming all the way up to the top here. I have this one kind of wedged to hold it in place and support it. That way all the weight's not on the screen. I will have to order something to attach here because I do want to do some, I want to cut some of these and grow them so I could put them in this enclosure, and then also one of these ferns as well. So I'll need to get something that I could hang across that can hold up tiny plants, and a rope that I'll have come down here and here, hopefully, and go up. But that'll all be in this video, so don't even worry about it. You're going to see it anyway in like a couple seconds. Me, maybe a couple days. But yeah, I don't know where to put this without it looking like too much, so I think I'm just going to leave it. I mean, nothing's permanent, so it's not a big deal. This can go back over here with the stash. Still have plenty left for the 125 gallon. Now it's time for the coconut fiber substrate, which is the only thing I bought from the pet store for this entire video, by the way. Got a nice bag. It'll help hold moisture, humidity, but it's Florida, so it's humid anyways. But just, you know, fluff it up. Something soft for Bubbles to walk around on. I'm going to put some in here. Enough to hide the bricks, just to kind of get everything looking nice. So I'll catch you guys in a second. Camera's about to die. Alright, Pip's in the back eating plants like he shouldn't be, which is why I had to make sure I got cat and chameleon friendly plants. Which all plants are still intoxicating to a mild level, and if eaten in enough volume, highly dangerous for pets. Why is this camera struggling? Anyways, time to get Bubbles. And I'm sorry, Bubbles, I don't mean to stress you out, but It's time to go in your new home. He's all flared up. Bubbles is all flared up. Not the happiest camper, but here's a good look at Bubbles. He's a little dull right now, probably because he's stressed, but isn't that thing insane? Camera's about to die. Let's put him in. All right, Bubbles, here you are. Your new enclosure. Bubbles. All for you. He is so cute. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out by the end of this video. Yeah, go in there and explore. It's a little moist right now. Hope you don't mind. Oh, look at Bubbles exploring. Bubbles is probably so confused with all the double mesh going on. You got the screen here and the screen there. Oh, look at Bubbles. Now you can't escape. Now I know where you are and I can feed you properly. And you won't stress your mama out. Alright. I'm going to give him a little bit to get adjusted. I'm going to also throw some crickets in here. And as you can see, the sun's going down. And the lighting isn't getting any better. So I will catch you guys in the morning tomorrow. I'm going to order another set of misting sprayers. And then I'm also going to order something to put at the top of the enclosure just because I know chameleons want to be up high. Bubbles is just a baby, so he obviously deserves the world. He's my literal child. I don't know what the frick the gender is, but Bubbles is balling out in his new enclosure, which honestly, this gives me room to find a third because I did originally want 3. So I could get one more to chill out here at Chief Queef. But Chief Queef is really cool. He's a really well-tempered chameleon. Usually they don't like to be together, but honestly, with how much real estate they have, I'm fine. And for all the reptile police, I'm not a professional. I just set it up how I thought it'd be dope. You know, I just did my thing. And yeah, you can either watch or you don't. Bubbles needs a moment to get adapted there, but let's see if I can. Oh, here go the misters. Here go the misters. Boom, one right there. Boom. I gotta make sure I don't get the camera wet. So eventually I'll have a line going whoop, straight here. In the same video, by the way. You guys are all gonna see this. Enough yapping. I'm gonna go on Amazon tonight and have some fun. But for now, for my very first ever reptile enclosure, this is pretty dope. Look at how it's holding that water. This is pretty dope. Alright guys, it is the next day. Let's see how Bubbles is doing. Bubbles is being shy. I don't want to stress Bubbles out too much. Let's see if the camera could pick it up. And Bubbles already finished all the crickets, so I put in some more. So hopefully I don't get any crickets jumping on me, but try to get a shot inside the enclosure really fast. Also, don't mind all the water. I just watered all the plants and I topped off the misting reservoir. Alright. That's all I'll do because there's a cricket right there. Ooh! What do you think? By the way, Cricket Army is going strong. They're all cozied up in there. But there's like 50 in here and then 20 in here. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Sorry if you see any mango in my teeth. I just absolutely demolished one. Of course I did because I'm brown. This plant is growing so beautifully. But look at that. Definitely has some fast growth, for sure. This thing is flourishing. I'm hoping it grows all over this, as well as this pothos, I think golden pothos. This one's been growing. So the pieces in the back here, I actually started winding those through the lattice myself, and now the plant is just growing and absolutely taking off. You know what? I might actually throw this guy up here as well. I'm trying to get them to slowly grow over this enclosure. I'll see how it does with the sun and the shade, making sure he's getting enough sunlight. But I'm also going to take a trimming, like let's say, boop, I start growing it out, and then once the roots get to like 1 to 2 inches, I could actually pot it. So then I'll pot it in here. That way he still has access to climbing the pothos, even though I had to put him in his own little enclosure. This is actually the stuff that I put on their crickets, superworms, whatever I feed them. I'll put the Repti Calcium without the D3 every day, and then once to twice a month I use the calcium with the D3 because they don't want too much of it. They need just the right amount. So yeah, chameleons actually suffer with a lot of bone issues, so you got to make sure they're getting enough vitamin D. You never ever want to pick up a chameleon by the sides, or just honestly pick it up regardless. I mean, if it's an emergency and you have to, I guess, but like their rib bones are so sensitive. Their rib bones are so sensitive you could literally break them. So when you go to pick them up, that's why they get so upset and start hissing or even try to bite you. It's because it hurts them. So the best way to do this is to slither your hands underneath them so that they can start to climb onto you. But yeah. Oops, sorry, Chief Queef. There's Chief Queef. He's chilling right under here. Oh, sorry, bud. He's usually not skittish, but that was his first time ever seeing a camera, so he'll warm up to you guys though, I promise. Just doing some yard work and also planning out some future plans I have. After this, I'm gonna do a little bit of working out, so I really want to do like 100 to 150 gallon pond right here with different types of like really cool goldfish, which I'll pop up on the screen really quick. You know, the ones with the cool tails, the cool patterns, the cool spikes. They do get big, but not as big as koi. I obviously do not have the space for koi right now. I have nothing set up, so, or plans. In this corner, I want to do a 300 gallon. If I could fit it, I don't know if that'll work, but I'll try. If not, I'll do 150, and that'll be like exotics. And then possibly doing a little turtle enclosure right here. Little turtle pond with like the little ramp with the little land area. I feel like that would be so sick. And then I have more plans for outside of this lanai, but that'll make that kind of money. I also have plans to still paint this. Maybe by the time this video is done, this will be painted. I'll pick up the camera again for real this time tomorrow with the vines and the extra set of misting nozzles for Bubbles enclosure. I double checked that it was sent to my address this time. I just woke up from a nap that I should not have taken, because now I'm so... So here is the vine. Shouldn't have taken that nap. These like little end caps or something. They look pretty nice. Looks like dookie on camera, but hey. 100 feet of this. It's not as soft as I thought it would be. Pip is over there smelling the enclosure right now. I don't know how much I'm gonna need, so I'm gonna cut all that out. Pretty sweet. Guys, I low-key live in Jurassic Park. I hate to tell ya. Alright, let me set this up really quick. Let me set this up. Alright, let me show you guys what I did. So I haven't secured anything yet. I connected this hose right here. Ran it, I know I have some slack. Ran it through there. Up and around the lattice. I brought it up a little high. And then put it straight through that hole. And then in here, I have it capped. Oh, it's working. Sick. Looks pretty good. Good Bubs. Alright. Plenty of water for Bubs to drink. A nap just got the best of me. I'm not really a nap person. Whenever I take a nap, I wake up and I get a wicked headache. So, see you guys here tomorrow, right now. Alright, check it out. Took some fishing line, secured it up top. Some 30-pound fluoro, some Yozuri, some bougie stuff. And there's actually, it's hollow with the metal wire inside. So I was able to kind of bend it. So I put one around there, around the frame, because I'm trying to secure it to the frame just to put less weight on the screen. Brought it there. Went around this piece of wood one time. Oh, I forgot to trim that. Brought it over here. Run it across. Tied it right here. And then tucked it down in the bottom there to hide it. I would open it, but I literally just released crickets and one of them literally jumped for me. So hang on. Yep. So I think this is perfect. Alright guys, so I went a little crazy on Amazon and I got a bunch of stuff for Bubbles enclosure. Let me show you guys. Just look at this. I got a bunch of these, 2 of these. These are actually all going on the outside of the enclosure. So the look of the cinder blocks by themselves were kind of like, you know, because you got this tropical vibe here, and then you got that. So I got the fake plants to spice up the cinder blocks. But honestly, cool plants like these are toxic to cats, and if my cat was able to reach them, he would definitely 100% eat all of them. Also, I got a bunch of stuff to actually put inside of Bubbles enclosure as well. So, actually, Bubbles is right here. Bubbles is really shy. Oop. I honestly, Chief Queef, I could hold him, I could feed him, and he's chilling. I actually fed him earlier, but Bubbles is a lot more timid, a lot more skittish. I don't know if it's because Bubbles is a baby or what, but let's do it. So I got this bag of these vines. And like normally people put these up in their room, at least I know my younger sister did that growing up. Literally so many vines, it's insane. Like look at that. They definitely smell weird too. Literally smells like I just went to like a fish market that sucked. But basically I'm gonna start by wrapping these all around the cinder blocks. God, the sun's out. Sorry guys, had to take a break. The camera literally overheated and then turned off. After being outside for like 10 minutes. That's how hot it is out here. Pip is investigating. I just think that looks better, but I'm not done yet. Like, I think that looks 10 times better. You know, it just fits the vibe really well. Now I have all of these plants, bro. Like, oh my god. Hello? That's 2. Literally just gonna put these in there. Bang. Is back to, this is exactly why I can't have real plants on the ground. These are fine if he eats, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine if he eats it, but it won't kill him. That will definitely do some damage, which is why all of this is fake. So legit, doing like a little bit of this. This one can go right here. Also gonna be over here. Yep, that looks sick as frick. Don't know what I want to do with this yet, so I'm just gonna lay it over the fridge. Boom, check it out. Finally finished the fridge. Oops, gotta wipe that off. What is that? Check out the sign I painted, the logo. It's a great wave. Anyways, yeah, look at that. The lighting is so bad. I'll have to take another clip tomorrow, but I think that looks sick. Adds to the vibe. Bubbles is gonna have so much, because it was just looking empty in here. Like, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but I mean, still kind of empty in here. So this thing's about to be full. Oh my gosh, he's so freaked out. I'm so sorry, buddy. I don't want to stress you out. I'm so sorry. All of these goodies. So I have this hammock, which will go in the corner. Obviously, this one. I have another one of these vines. These are all plants that fell off of the setup right there. And then I have this fun ladder. So I think the first thing I'm going to put in is going to be this vine. Basically, I'm going to set it up the same exact way that one is, but the opposite direction. And then we'll go from there. Check it out. Hung it from the top, brought it around. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty sweet. Now I'm going to put... I think I'm going to try to do this one next, if it fits. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that, like, just like that. Perfect. So it's above the mister. So check it out. So I have this first hammock right here, so he could just chill up there if he wants to, away from the water. And then I didn't know where to put this guy, so I just decided to attach him to one of the walls, just so he has something to climb on, which he climbs on the screens already, but, you know, it's just a little extra pizzazz for him. Now, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this thing, which I think I'm gonna tie it up there and bring it across up here. So I'll catch you guys in another second. We have it all complete. I just clipped it to the existing fishing line that is holding up that branch, and then I just tied it up here. I did have it in this corner, but then it wasn't shutting because it kept hitting the carabiner. So yeah, check that out. I think it looks way, 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 way better. He has Bubbles has way more space to explore. He has this to climb on, this to climb on. It just looks pretty bad to me right now. So yeah, absolutely love it. Way more enrichment. I think I'm done for now, or at least as far as this video goes. I forgot to film an outro, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and definitely subscribe, because I have a lot more videos coming out after this. For example, this is a little sneak peek, so if you don't want a spoiler, close your eyes, but 125 gallon is in progress, so definitely subscribe. You don't want to miss out on stuff like that, especially if you're into aquariums, or if you're into fish, if you're into fishing, if you're into trucks like Tacomas, off-roading, camping. If you're into any of that, definitely follow along. But yeah, I appreciate your guys' support, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out, stay wavy. Now that I'm sweaty and dying,